So this is just a little quick tip for many of you newbies that I've seen on the Facebook group on basically just how do you hold your work. I know some folks have said, made posts about how long it takes. And I mean, coiling is a very time intensive task. However, it could be that you're making it more difficult for yourself by the way you're holding your work. So here is just my suggestion. Certainly there are a lot of people that do things differently, but if you haven't tried this, at least give it a try. It may not be suitable for you, or you may find it not as easy as whatever you're doing now, but go ahead and give it a shot. So I am a right-handed coiler. Therefore, I hold my work in this position with my needles going out to the left. I've seen photos of folks that appear to coil in this direction. And I'm not saying that that's wrong. I'm just saying that for a right-handed person, unless you coil from front, unless you insert your needle from front to back, all of this is going to get in your way when you coil. At least it does for me. By turning it in this direction and keeping my needles out to my left, then all of my work that I do with my right hand doesn't get messed up in the needles as well as my thread. So here's an example. I'm wrapping, and wrapping is very time intensive. And as I wrap, I'm able to keep my thread and my hands out of the needles that are protruding from the left. And let me get on around to where I'm going to take a stitch, actually, or put another needle in. So now my bundle is getting a little thin, and I can feel it. And lately I don't use guides anymore. I just go by feel. So the way that I insert and the way that I hold and keep tension on everything is I'm going to pull this wrap around, and if you notice, I've got my finger on the back, and I'm holding on to that thread and keeping tension on it. Now I can simply go over with my left hand, and it does take a little bit of getting used to this technique, but with my left hand I can now separate the bundle and stick the needle in, and it's bingo, and just keep right on going. If you're trying to do everything with your right hand, it's going to slow you down a great deal. I know there are many people that do it that way, and I'm not saying it's wrong. It's whatever is suitable for you. I just find it to be much easier and much quicker because my right hand, which is my dominant hand, is not getting all tied up and twisted up in the needles that are protruding from the coil. And you can pretty well just kind of roll right on through. Okay, and I like to kind of, when I'm wrapping with sinew, I like to flatten it out with my thumb on every wrap. And again, like I said, when I feel like holding tension, I never let go of tension. And when it's time to put in and I've broken these needles apart out of the bundle, so I'm putting them in one by one. But it's very simple to just slide a needle right into the coil, or two. And keep right on going. So try this technique if you've been, and then of course, obviously if you're a left-hander, the opposite would apply. You would have your needles protruding from the right, and you would be stitching with this hand and holding with this hand. Like I said, give it a try. If you haven't, if you've always been one that has done everything with your work this way, right-handed, at least give it a try, because to me, I think it makes things much easier.